Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new dawn of Big Brother SS. I, for one, am
This era is
hopeful.
called I cannot believe that we're hosting another season right now.
Um, this era is called Don't Flop Season 13 cast, or this will be the last season of Big Brother SS.
This era is called I haven't even finished posting the season 12 episodes yet. Yet we're drafting for season 13 right now.
Um, yeah, Season 12 happened. If you go back to that draft video, we were so full of hope and excitement, and that quickly flushed down the toilet. So I'm entering this season with, like composure. I'm just like, we're gonna run the season. And you know what? This cast is giving me a reason to hope in them. And I'm hoping that we just have the opposite trajectory where instead of going from my highest point of the season was before it started, I'm hoping that right now is the lowest I am on season 13. Because upward trajectory is where we are going. Okay.
If Will
I
was
guess we
good for anything, it was good for giving me a draft win. So I will be picking first this time.
Yes, for the first time since season 7, Stephen has the
Another
first pick
similarity.
in the draft. I was going to say, yeah, Stephen and I in the preseason, we've been like, this is giving a lot of season 7. The split cast of vets and newbies, the opening twist and teams and people getting safety, the color scheme, like green and orange, it's different shades. But just like it's giving season 7. And listen, season 7 maybe with some argument, I think overall, I still stand by is easily the best BBSS season. So I'm just like, listen, I'm not getting too attached, but I'm excited. Okay. Should we get into this even?
Let's do it.
Okay. So
So I have the
before,
first pick, right? Oh,
yes. So Steven starting with the first pick. Steven, let me just remind you how this slot's gonna work. I know you're not used to it. So you're gonna take the first slot, and then I'll get picks 2 and 3, and then we go back and forth 4, 5, 6, 7.
wait, thanks for reminding me.
As always, I've come into this with a very specific idea of who I want and plan, more so than past seasons, I feel like. Steven, I feel like I said that he has no idea.
Well, yeah, because we said we were going to draft tomorrow, and then you were like, actually, I can't do that. Let's draft
And then
tonight.
I proposed a different time tomorrow, and you said yes, and then you said, oh, actually, I can't do that. So here we are.
So okay, so our original time was tomorrow, and then Scott was like, "No, I can't do that." So,
As if you were gonna
so
plan
if
before
I
then.
lose if I lose the draft, it's because I'm sleep deprived and I'm recovering from my wisdom teeth surgery, and because Scott tricked me.
No, 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 no. But anyway, I for a long time now have had like my top 3 people that I want. Not to psych you out or anything. Um,
I literally do not care at all. Like,
Interesting. Because my gut tells me that I won't get all 3. So we'll see how this goes. Steven,
yeah, sure.
the floor is yours.
Um, okay. Well,
Who is
I
going to
like
win?
less so than ever. I genuinely do not have a plan going into this, but more so than ever. I think I'm really excited as a whole for this cast. I think a lot of them, more so than ever, can do well and have the potential to do well. So with that being said, I'm looking at all these people here, and there's one person that jumps out to me that's like screaming, pick me first." Not in like a pick me way, like a "oh, you should pick me because I'm gonna win" kind of thing, you know. Is she gonna win? I don't know. Does she have the potential to pull it off? Yes, because she's almost done it before. So I think that in combination from learning from her time pretty long, pretty not too long ago, but still pretty long time ago, learning from her game and coming into a season where she didn't really know what she was doing a season, looking back at the episodes, being active in the BBSS community. Um, I think that she has what it takes to be a social player this season, win competitions, win her first HOH, and pull it out. So I'm taking Queen Jackie Berry as my first pick. I am super high on Jackie right now. I think I think Jackie, I don't know how you feel about her, I think Jackie is extremely slept on. I think Jackie is like was one of the better social players of season seven. And we're saying that the season is giving season seven, so maybe it'll give a season seven win as well. So we'll see. But Jackie Berry is gonna be my first pick here.
I don't hate this pick at all. Um, I agree with you that Jackie is going to be very slept on. So much to the point that I'm sleeping on Jackie. I think I'm sleeping on Jackie. If I had to predict it right now, I could see Jackie making it to the same place, if not farther, than she did in season seven. And I agree with you that she is going to have one of, if not the best social games this season. For some reason, in my gut, where it's like season 12, and again, like in the grand scheme of things, this means nothing. But where we went into season 12 and we were like, oh, like I think the social game is what people is gonna like get at the season. For some reason, this cast has given me like the big moves run the season
Hmm.
is kind of what's gonna make it. And for me, Jackie's not that type of player. Not that that doesn't mean like, you know what I mean? And because I've decided that in my brain, Jackie wasn't, this is gonna sound so rude, anywhere near the top of my list. Um,
And that's perfectly okay because you're gonna sleep on her and it's okay.
and listen,
You know
and
what?
like that's just
She
not to say
also
like
she
she's a
also
great pick.
basically was in season 10 more than a lot of people were in season 10. So she watched that and she got that information too. I think Jackie is gonna do so much better than she do so much better, not necessarily meaning she's gonna get farther for sure, but I think she's gonna play a much better and stronger holistic game than she did. So
She's ready. She's
and I,
probably
I,
if
I,
I had to
I
pick
figured I figured that wouldn't be any of your top three people that you wanted to pick. But I don't care. Like that's I needed to take her first. I think that I'm very strong towards her. And she's matching my color scheme. She's wearing green, so
indeed. Alrighty, so Jackie is off the board. Yeah, more so than anything, and like not to like say this is a cop out. Jackie is probably one of the people that I'm most excited to see play again. When it's all said and done, like I think she's the person that like I'm most excited to have back in terms of like watching playing the game again. It's been a while. Um, I just I hope that she wins,
mhm.
but she's not on my team. Okay, my turn. Um, like I said, I've had a top three, and I do know who my first pick is going to be. Um, let's all do a flashback to May 2021. Scott was on a winning streak in the drafts. He was doing very, very well. And in what I'm willing to admit as my biggest blunder in the Big Brother SS history, Steven outsmarted me and convinced me that picking Emmett Anderson for the season 6 draft would be the good first pick to make. I was quickly outsmarted, and Steven proceeded to pick this person next. It is no secret who I'm going with. I would have lost my mind if I did not have this person on my team, strictly for the fact that if he won again and I like let him go again, I would have lost it. And also it's something that Steve and I were saying um earlier this week as well that I definitely like maybe died down my agreement in. But last season we were like, if anyone's going to be able to win twice, it's Maeve. And I think that rings just as true, if not truer, for Sean, who is my first pick, the winner of season 6.
I
Um,
I think that's a good pick. I think Sean's gonna come in strong. The only thing is, I think it's very, very bold to pick the only former
I
winner
know, I
the first
know.
pick. He was not gonna be near my top, actually, like genuinely this time. So, that's kind of bold, but I'm excited for Sean to come back. He's proven to do well in our mini games that we've had. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I was gonna say like the things that are just on my mind was he like dropped out of like the whole like SS minis for a bit, came back in with sequester, like the last two sequesters. I think has like come off as like one of like the most like people leave those being like Sean, he's great. Oh my gosh, yay Sean! And I think he's playing with a lot of those people. Like we've got Darby here, we've got Eric here, um, Molly, Alfred, like people that have played those minis before. And I just think that like above all else, and this is true for a couple of people on this cast, Sean's competition ability is not to be underestimate it. It would take like a plan. Like you couldn't just throw him on the block and say like hope he didn't win veto because chances are he's going to.
Mhm.
Um, so I think all that combined and like yeah, like totally agreed. Like picking the only winner on this board first, bold. It's bold. Do I think there's a good chance that Sean doesn't win? Sure. There's a 17 out of 18 chance that he doesn't win. But I for like my soul would have like lost my mind if he does win and I didn't have him on my team. So
All right, who's your next pick?
yes. I picked a vet. I am going to shift this next pick to a newbie. There are a couple of newbies that I have my eye on. But I'm going to go with this person. In all honesty, of the people that have like given the most in the preseason, this person probably isn't up there. But that being said, I feel like if I look back in history, Steven has a good track record of pulling people in from the fandom of the past, say,
Hmm.
hey, do you want to play this new game that we've got going? They're like, sure. And then they do very, very well because they are very experienced players. Um, that's what I'm going off on. This person seems like they really want to play. So kind of like a shot in the dark, but it's like a shot in the dark with a good track record if he sticks true to it. So I'm gonna go with Ryan.
Sure. That's definitely a good pick. I think Ryan is someone who's going to be really strong this season. Um, Again, I've seen him play many a times. Great person, great gameplay. So we'll see how it turns out for him this season. I could see him being a Simona character. So definitely a good pick there. And now we're shifting to me. I'm also gonna shift gears and go to a newbie as well. Um, I'm gonna call this the Ariel pick. I'm taking a little bit of a leap here, uh, because I know this person doesn't talk as much in their diary room preseason. But just from what they've submitted so far and how much I've gotten to know them so far, I feel like they could end up doing well. So this is going to be called my Ariel pick. I'm taking a jump, a little scary for my second pick, but I'm going to go with Vic for
Fuck.
my second pick. What's your third?
Vic was the other person in my top three. Question: If I don't really want to know the answer, but if I had picked Vic in the last round, would you have taken Ryan?
Probably.
Okay, so I
I
was
I
right.
wasn't gonna take Sean though. So
Okay, well, Sean was always going to be my first pick, so that is like fine, whatever. Damn. Okay, so uh yeah, Vic is a very, very, very good pick in my opinion. She's someone that was going to be on season 12 due to circumstances. She actually dropped an Ariel filter spot, which is funny enough that you say this is the Ariel pick. Um, I 100% agree with you. I think that where a good part of it like does, I think like experience is a large part of this game. I think that Vic is going to be someone that of the newbies is looked at like, oh, you don't have as much experience. Let me like bring you along. But I think she is going to be like, I don't know, like I see her as like a Dina type of figure. Like, you know what I mean? Just like a very likable person that's brought in a lot, but has a great strategic mind.
and also definitely has experience as well. She definitely has experience.
Oh no, sorry. I'm talking about like experience like in terms of like vets versus newbies. Yeah, she's won BB Snap, which many of people have come from BB Snap to us. Some of which are on this cast as well. So yeah,
Your pick.
damn. Okay, well, that throws a wrench in things. That makes me sad. Let me look at my list. Okay. Oh, damn. Hmm. You know what? We kind of started the draft this way, and I'm gonna continue the draft on the route of like, you know what? Could they not win? Yeah, but could they win? Yeah. And that sums up my third pick. This person is one of my favorite players of all time. Many iconic moments of theirs. And I think this season, their first time, they were a very likable figure. They were able to kind of like beast mode it out, but also get out of some tricky situations, make it to the end and fall just short. She came back a second time and got screwed over. I think coming in this time, with this cast specifically, I think there's going to be a lot of people that see her and go, you, I want to work with you. I don't think she's coming in where people are going to see you. We need to get you out first. It feels like an endearing, like, oh my gosh, you're so iconic. I want to have you in this game. I want to play with you. And I think she's going to be able to navigate from that position very, very well. So they're coming on my team. Give me Wick.
Yeah, that's another bold pick to pick.
Listen, we're going bold.
No,
I
fair
won't
enough.
deny it.
Fair enough. And it
I'd
completely
rather have the people, though, that I'm confident will play the game than the people that
fair enough.
might play the game and could win, you know?
So now I kind of want to. Okay, I'm gonna shift back to my veteran phase here. Um, Out of the vets left, I'm going to choose the person that I think has the best shot at winning the game, which is the
Oh,
golden.
good. I'm so glad we waited till the sixth overall pick to pick the person that has the best shot of winning the game.
Out of the people who are left. Um, but I think this person the first time, maybe if when we were debating who deserved to come back for a second time, maybe I wasn't the maybe I didn't see or remember maybe just how good they were. But really reflecting back, and I did some reflecting and looking and researching. I think this person is still very involved in our community, and I think this person is very excited to come back. And I think this person, out of the vets that we have left, I think it has the best chance of sneaking by and winning the game. So I'm gonna go with Eliav as my next pick.
I think this is a great pick. I've been definitely over, like, I've been the biggest proponent for Eliab in this whole preseason moment. If I didn't, when I was like debating between like, oh, do I go the Wick route or do I go the other route? Eliav was the other person I was debating between. Um, I think that Eliav, if we look at the board of players, he's got the season 9 connection with Molly, which I think is key coming in. Molly is inherently connected with Darby. That's like that's key. Um, Eliav's also got his most important connection, in my opinion, Dally. Um, he Dally has connections that I will talk to later. I just think he is the most connected player. And I think that people like I'm the bigger like his season 9 game was good.
Mm.
It just fell short at a certain point, which is why he got evicted because like other people just stepped above him. But it was a good, solid game. The only reason I went with Wick over Eliav was I felt like Eliav was a safer pick. But again, in my mind of just what I've determined the season is, it's arbitrary. So like I know it's totally arbitrary. But when I listed Eliav's connections, like Molly, like Dally, like possibly Darby, even his season 11 counterparts, and granted, I know they're all on the board here. I worry that Eliav is going to take too much of a backseat and not a front seat.
Interesting.
So we'll see. But I'm so excited for Eliav. I think he's going to make a deep run into the game
All right, who's your next pick?
no matter what. Yes, who is my next pick? Okay.
So, like, actually, again, like we said, this was season 12 too. This is tricky because all of these people are actually like very, very qualified.
Yeah. This is, in my opinion, there's only one, maybe two people that like I look at on the board, then I go like, you might not know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Um, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, I've got my next pick. I've been going a little balls to the walls. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna continue here.
We don't know if it's broke
Um,
yet, though.
I'm going with another vet. On the whole, I do think that the vets are gonna have the upper hand here in the season, so I'm not mad about taking them while they're on the board. This person, let's start with the bad, could come in and, in my opinion, like could be targeted right away. Absolutely. But I think this person has enough friends. Oh God, now as I'm talking, I'm like, do I pick a different person? Um, oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Shit. Wait. Ah, you know what? Maybe I switch it. I'm gonna switch it.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I'm gonna go with my heart instead. Because as I was talking about one person, and now I'm talking about a different person. But the same thing applies.
And
Could
I
this
know who
person
I
come
want, so
in?
don't pick the person that I want.
I'm gonna do the whole thing again. Could this person come? No, I don't know. Maybe I want to switch back.
Follow your heart and do it
I
in a
think I know
timely
who you
fashion.
want, and it's not who I'm picking, so I don't think you have to worry.
I don't think you know who I want. But okay, maybe you do.
Um,
You have to pick someone.
yeah, I know. Okay, I'm gonna go with this next person. Okay, I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart because I want this person on my team. I think I want this person on my team. Could this person be the first person targeted? Yeah. Yeah. Especially depending on who's in power. Yeah. But I think if we look at this person's first season, their ability to just make friends is kind of unrivaled in my opinion. I think they're going to be able to do it again with both the vets and the new people, and they know where their enemies lie within the vets, which is good. My only drawback from picking this person is he's so wishy-washy sometimes. I am going to go with Eric though. I am going to go with Eric because more than anything, like I think Eric like wants to win this more than anyone else does. Again, could he have like again, Dally being on this season with Eric is not a thing to be underestimated.
I didn't even think about that. I literally did not even think about that.
Oh yeah, the two, yeah, uh-huh. Do I think they're gonna come in though and like be like at each other's throats immediately? Like, no. So like I don't think that's gonna be something to like particularly worry about. I'm just hoping that like if Eric is able to start fresh and people don't like remember the game he played in 11, I think he'll be fine. The issue is if they know the game he played in 11. So this is like, I won't lie, Eric wasn't actually super high on my list. I had him 6 on my list of vets, but something in my gut tells me that this was the time to pick Eric. So we'll see.
I think Eric, I am glad you picked Eric because I probably would not have picked Eric for a little bit.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I didn't think you were high on Eric either.
Just because I see Eric coming in and playing the same exact game he did last time. Very strong out of the start and then like trying to scramble to not be the biggest target in the middle of the jury every week. That's what I see happening for Eric. But a great pick. I realized I didn't know who I wanted next, but now I do know who I want next based on the fact that I thought you were going to pick this person. I really didn't want you to pick this person. So I have to pick this person next. That's how I know who I want next. This person,
I know who you're picking, and I knew, I think, but yeah.
this person, I'm picking Molly. Molly's on
Yeah.
my. I'm picking Molly. Molly. Here's my assessment on Molly right now. Oh, we only have 8 slots here. We need 9.
So incredibly true. I'll fix that in a sec.
Um, my assessment on Molly is first of all, she came in last time literally not knowing what she had to do at all. She was. We're gonna continue the by the way the YouTube ranking slash draft pick where we just roast Molly constantly. That's gonna continue happening. Um, she came in not knowing what she was doing, and she got 5th place. Like that's insane. Granted, she was crazy the entire season.
Oh,
But
good. It's already begun.
no, I was
I'm
about
sure
to
we're
say,
gonna hear about this.
but the fact that she week by week, first of all, she was the main target in like week 3, and then like somehow slipped back under the radar. My assessment was, on season 9, like the reason I think Molly got so far was because the entire cast was clinically insane, in my opinion. Everyone was just crazy. And my assessment here is, do we think that enough crazy people would team up with Molly so that she would go far again? And my answer is yes. I think there are enough crazy people that would do that. So I think I could see Molly going far again. I think if she uses the people that she knows and makes more connections with the new people, she could ride it out. I think. I knew I needed to have her when I thought you were gonna pick her, and was gonna be so mad. So Molly's on my team. I'm taking her. And that's that.
I think Molly's a very, very good pick. Um, I will keep it short and simple for Molly. And Molly, I can't wait for you to keep a little list of all the times I say I don't believe in you. That's not what I'm saying, to be clear. Um, I view Molly in the same position as I view Jackie in the season. I'm so excited to see Molly play. I think she's gonna go so far, and it's gonna be so much fun to watch. I think there's a large element of the season that is going to come down to end game compositions and controlling things. And I just don't think that's the game that she plays. Not that it's not a winning game, but in my mind of what I've decided this season is,
That
it's
wasn't
not what
her
I see
game in
happening for
season
her.
9. Now that she's gotten to the end and she knows what the end is like, I think she could change that.
I don't know, but like even like what's her competition record? Correct me if I'm wrong. She's only like won the beach patrol competition that like Haley won.
That is correct.
So like that's where I am just a little like I just think that on this season with so
Right.
many huge competition threats that we're bringing back, it's going to be a little tough. Not undoable, because if anyone can do it, it is Miss Molly Murphy.
That is fair.
But that's where I'm leaning. Okay, it's back to me. The person that I was deciding between Eric and this person is still on the board. And like I said this person could easily be the first boot over past relationships. I just said I think ending comps are going to be a huge thing. I think Sean, Wick, and Eric have proven to check all those boxes in terms of being good at comps. And I think that this next person is the fourth person on that trifecta of four. I think coming in with a ride or die is huge. It's an advantage that is not to be underestimated. I think her biggest flaw is going to be the social game. It was in season 11. I think it will be again this time. But I think she's got friends around her, and I think she's excited to play. I'm going to go with Dally. I'm excited to see what she does.
Awesome. Yeah, no, Dally, I think is a great pick. We're gonna see how Dally does this season. I'm intrigued. But I think people liked her last time, and I think people will like her this time. So we'll see.
We're forgetting how close Dally was to winning the game. You know what I
Yeah, she
mean?
was really
Like,
close. Yeah, no,
she was really damn close.
he was like 1, 2 competitions away. So, she literally has like the third best web time, but Dakota just has the first.
Yeah, like in my opinion, like if I had to list who are the competition titans of Big Brother SS, I think I've got four people that immediately come to mind on that list. And that's again, not that that's
I
how
would
the
not
season.
say Dally on that list.
You would not say Dally on that
In
list.
history,
Dally is easily on that list for me.
the
The amount of
top
competitions that
four,
she okay, the amount of competitions that like she proved to us like I would have just won if I decided to win.
like two.
I can think of
She's in your
multiple.
top four.
maybe not top four, but I think these are four of the people that come to mind.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Um,
John's certainly up there.
well, I
Wade
would put
is certainly up there. Eric is. I mean, I classify like Simone is up there. I'd
I would
say
put Maeve and
Alex and
Alex
Maeve are up
over
there.
there.
Yeah. But like she like Dali's certainly one of the people that comes
Okay,
to mind.
okay,
Haley, yeah. Anyway,
cool. I feel bad about picking all the vets, but I feel like while they're here, because that we know they're gonna have the advantage of coming in and knowing people, I feel like it'd be dumb to not pick the vets. The question is, there are two left, and which one should I pick? Um, she's gonna get so mad at me. I cannot pick Darby. I'm sorry. Um, I already have Molly, and they're really close, and I think Darby's. I think it's hard because I don't underestimate the fact that Darby has like developed in terms of gameplay since her last season. I think she's done so much since then, so I don't want to discount the. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, like obviously she's the last veteran that's going to be picked. Like I didn't know that. I didn't think that was going to happen. Um, but I think that if she rides it out with Molly and some other people, I think the other people are gonna be the ones to go a little farther. I am a lot. Are you gonna be picking Darby next? I'm gonna pick Alfred. Are you?
why would I reveal that?
I'm gonna pick Alfred. Are you gonna be picking Darby next? Because we can talk about them at the same time.
Um, let's talk about Alfred alone.
Okay, Alfred. I'm excited for Alfred to come back. I think Alfred was probably one of my favorites in season 11. Especially if he went farther, I think he would have been my favorite. If he went all the way to the end. Alfred was someone who really just got swung up into the friendship aspect of the game and wanted to ride with the people that he liked versus the fact that he needed to make strategic decisions and he just got blinded by them, I think.
I totally disagree with that.
What would you say?
He was playing everyone. I just think Alfred was too messy for his own good.
I think that he in his heart wanted to ride with the people that he was with, and because of that, he got blinded by making wrong decisions. I think he wanted to ride with Brady to the end, and that like literally was not gonna
I think he wanted to ride with Brady and Daly, but wanted to
exactly.
and was going to are two different things. Because he was playing the fields with Eric, he was playing the field with Dakota, he's playing the field with Jacob, and granted, Jacob is a whole other case, but um, I just think that he got other people were outplaying the game that he thought he was outplaying people on.
So I think Alfred is someone else who saw his game, saw the episodes, assessed, and is coming back and knows what he did wrong to fix it. So I'm very excited for Alfred to come back.
Yeah, weirdly, I won't lie. Alfred, in terms of when we were making the cast, was one of the first names on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. And now that we have the cast, Alfred is actually like, I don't know why my gut is telling me like this is an Alfred season. I don't know what it is. Um,
It's because he hasn't talked much to us, I feel like.
I think it's that. I think it's that. And in terms of people, I think it truly is just like of the vets that I've heard from, it definitely is Alfred the least. So I'm very excited to see Alfred again. I just think I'm forgetting what Alfred does, and I think the other vets are coming in, maybe being a little more connected with one another. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm excited for Alfred,
Sure,
but
go for
yeah,
it.
my pick. Okay, sorry, Darby.
You're not picking Darby?
I'm not gonna pick Darby.
Okay.
I'm gonna dip into the new players here. We've only picked two so far, Ryan and Vic. To be clear, I'm very high on some of these new players. So much of this draft was we had to take the bets while they were on the table.
Yeah.
And there are still bets on the table, but I'm not gonna do it. Um, I'm gonna take this person. For me, Vic and Ryan were always my top two newbies, but there were other people floating around the top I on my list that I made a while ago now, I have this person at third. And after today, I've never been more confident in that. Anna was robbed. Brett was robbed. Third time's the charm for this little crew. I'm going with Morgan.
Okay, good pick. Good pick. Um, with Morgan, I don't mean to expose Anna here with what she's told me about Morgan. But I was talking to Anna recently about Morgan and if I should when I should be picking her in the draft. Morgan, I think from what I've been gathering, is someone who's going to play a lot like Sophia. So that is what I'm worried about. I mean, Sophia's big problem was the fact that, she was really good at like connecting with people and talking to people. Everyone loves her and loved her. And oh, good, we're done the draft. Okay. And I think her biggest problem was the fact that she didn't know that she needs to like strategize to advance herself in the game. Like I don't think she understood that like this was a game that you want to win. So I think from my understanding, that's going to be Morgan's problem as well. But also very strong pick. I think I was going to pick her soonish. So very good pick with that.
I do agree with that. I feel like you could get that vibe. For me, I think the fact that Brett is like on her side is like a weird up. Like again, I know like I'm for those who want to correct me, I'm fully aware that Brett was the first boot season 12. He was also like one of the better players on that season. So I think having Brett in her ear is gonna be good. Um and I think like her, like even her just asking today, like, and when we FaceTime people, like we should get you guys in on it too. I'm like, good. We're actively planning to do that. Like, yes, love it. And I think she's excited. So I'm excited to have her. Morgan.
Cool. There's one newbie right now that is standing out above the rest for me, but I don't know if they will stand out for you. So for right now, I'm gonna pick Darby. I'm gonna take Darby.
Damn. Okay. So I won't lie. Me not picking Darby was hoping that Stephen would leave Darby on the board again.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Um, I can't believe I have. I guess I only have five of the bets. Five out
Yeah,
of
you have five, I have four.
Darby again. Like this isn't supposed to be like a she's the last pick. Darby, I think is someone I can't remember how much I said before, but Darby's gonna be someone I think that has strategically matured since her last time playing. She's gone and played other games. She's come back and she's played Sequester and things like that. I think Darby, like, I think when you're a player in the game, you either love Darby or you find her annoying. So I think that with the connection she's coming in with already and the people that she knows, I think there are going to be more people on her side than against her. Like even like when she had the whole thing with Peyton in season 8, like people were starting to go against her. I think she has a fresh slate this time. And I think that she's going to be working with these people to get far. So I think picking Darby and Darby being last is a good pick for me, I think.
I think it's an insane. I think Darby is going to be one of the biggest steals on this draft in terms of how far she dropped. For me, Darby was in my upper half of the vets that I wanted to pick. I am like a little upset that I didn't pick her, but I'm glad I'm going to be getting some variety with the newbies as well. I agree with you. I think Darby's probably one of the most involved people in terms of the SS community, and she's coming into it like knowing people like Eric, Molly, Eliav, Sean, Wick. She played a season with Wick. Um, and she's ready to play above anything else. I hope that she doesn't get a little too like overexcited. Like that's kind of I like kind of loop her into like a similar boat as I do like Dalton. And I just like I don't want herself to like make the idea that like you constantly have to be digging yourself out of a hole if you're not in one.
Yeah,
So we'll see. But I'm very excited for Darby. I think this was a great pick. I would have taken her next.
100%. All right. Only newbies left. Got six newbies here.
Only newbies left. Okay. So for me, I know which three of these newbies I would pick.
Okay.
It's about doing it in the
Have
order
similar
that I
needs.
think I'll be able to get all three of them.
I don't think you will. Because we probably have the same three, would be my guess. But if we don't have the same three, then that'd be perfect.
I don't know. This is me reading into what you said a little bit. And that's only gotten me into trouble in the past. But let's try and do it again. Um, I was stuck between two people, and I think I'm gonna go with this person. One thing I didn't know about this person was that they host their own franchise.
Still don't know who you're
Really,
talking
really, like I just found this out. Um, and that in and of itself, like I don't care how well it's run or whatever, but like if you're hosting it and you're just like watching things happen, like that's gonna be a good thing. I think this person really, this person really wants to play. It seems, um, has been great about just like sending things in and like being like in communication. Like I don't know, like I am just getting good vibes. I have some red flags about who you may be friends with, but they're not here. You are. So I'm gonna go with Tris.
That was gonna be my he was gonna be my pick. So that's definitely a good pick there. I think Triss is you're right. Triss is really excited to play. And I think that's gonna mean good things for Triss. I think Triss out of these six newbies was my next pick. So definitely a good pick there. Um and yeah, we'll see what Triss does. Triss has also been very active in commenting and keeping up with seasons, which is very good. Very good to have some knowledge of the game. I didn't know that Triss hosted their own franchise, so that's good to know.
Yes, the final two was just Teddy and Nosha.
Oh, Teddy
So
and Misha,
yes.
we
So
love
yeah.
it.
Mhm. Um
Anyway,
okay.
well, hopefully Triss plays such a great game that we don't need to.
No, and like listen, and like that's the thing that I'm grateful because like listen, I want to put this on the record. We never had any issue with Teddy or Nosha. In fact, we actively
I
enjoyed them.
really liked them.
We actively really liked them. But they had a problem with how the episodes were done. Fine, whatever. You can be butthurt about it. Like, totally fine. I know they're shady. I'm not pretending they're not. I am glad and respect that Tris, and I'll say this for Jada now too, because Jada is also friends with them. Um, that they've both been able to like defend their friends in the comments, but also like thank you for not having any problems with us when like we don't know you. Like I love Tris and I love Jada, and I'm very excited to have them on the season, just as I was with Teddy and Osha. So that's my piece on that.
Yes, we shade everybody. So if you're gonna suck, then we're gonna shade you.
Molly Murphy gets shaded all the time, and you know what she does? She spits it back at us. Respect.
Anyway, so Triss is a great pick. Oh, now we have like a tree here.
I was gonna say it's a lovely little pyramid.
Um, I will not be picking the top of the pyramid, probably. I actually don't know who I'm gonna be picking.
Interesting.
Should I go for another reach? No, that would be too much of a reach. Would it?
Depends on what you plan on doing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna.
I can't believe you have to do this.
No, do you think I should?
I'm not letting you know what I'm picking. So you do
The
you.
the thing is, like, all of these people, I either like could see them not winning, or I just don't not have enough information on yet. Or yeah, is this a mistake? Is my question. Okay, I'm gonna do it. My next pick is gonna be Brandon.
Damn it. Okay. So I won't lie. This whole game I've been playing on the draft is see how far I can let Brandon go before scooping him up.
Well, you should have done that. Um, I'm gonna choose Brandon. Okay, Brandon.
I'm so excited for Brandon.
Let's talk about Brandon. Brandon is someone who I am 90% confident we'll enter the game, play too hard too fast, and get evicted in like the first 3 weeks. However, there is a 10% chance. Did I say 90 or 95? There's a 10% chance that he comes in, he knows some of these veterans, he knows who they know, he knows what their strategies are, and he knows how to connect with them. That would be the Brandon side that I want him to just be acting diehard superfan in his DR and not anywhere else. Like I want him to be acting crazy in his DR, but nowhere else. Because that would be stellar gameplay if he could pull that off. The thing is, I just do not know enough about Brandon as a person to make that judgment, to know if that's like who he is. He is already he is going through every competition we've ever done
Like insane prep. I
in
love
a
it.
in a notebook and writing down strategies for how to win the
Like I
competition.
love it. I love it.
So,
This is a side note. I can't wait for him to walk in and have the first competition be a new competition.
what did you text me? Like, um, oh, it's gonna be persistent puzzle, and his strategy written down is gonna be like solve
Do the
puzzle.
puzzle. Like,
Oh, so if he can figure that out and like socially connect with people, I think like this could be this is what I call a Dalton pick. I
yes, that's exactly what I was going to
I
say.
wish I picked Dalton in season 8 for the same reason. I was apprehensive that he would go crazy and play too hard too fast and not connect with people, and then he won the game. So that's my pick in Brandon. I'm very intrigued to see what Brandon does. Not to mention that for a season named fans versus favorites, this is probably the biggest fan we could have gotten. So
Oh my God, yes. No, truly, here's what I'll say for Brandon, because I am actually very high on Brandon for a lot of reasons. I am very upset that he slipped away from me because I would have taken him next. And I understand that it was at a low pick, but it's only because I was expecting him to fall here for the reason that Brandon is giving. I am going to flame out so, so, so quickly. Here's the thing, and it's a couple of things. One, most times we've said that about someone, that ends up not being the case. And the people that play the game are going to not go out first. Um, so that's one plus for him. I'm intrigued by what you said because I agree with 50% of what you said, where there's a chance that he comes in here, he waiver plays, and he goes out. You said the other 50% chance is he comes in, he knows the vets, and he's able to like socialize and connect with people.
I think he
Really, I don't think that's it. I think the other 50% chance is he like plays too hard in the beginning, gets caught, and then is able to be like Will from season 12 or Molly in the past.
I think
Or
my but that prediction was he's gonna know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna know every single one of these people coming in, every single one of the veterans. And he's gonna know how they played the game before, which is crazy. Like that is a crazy fans versus favorites moment that we're gonna have here. Um, I think that if he uses that the right way, he could be successful without blowing up his game the first week.
I'm
But you don't see that.
like, I want to make this so abundantly clear. I adore Brandon. The fact that he is number what, 12 or 14 on this list is
15.
like not. I mean, it's never slight against anyone because truthfully, we don't know anything. And last season, Will was the 15th out of 16th person picked, and he won the damn thing. So anything is possible. We really know nothing. We've ranged from everywhere from the first pick of the draft being the winner to the 15th pick. Um, I'm I'm just excited to see what Brandon does, and I'll leave it at that.
Cool. Who's your pick?
This is where it gets a little tough. Um, um, Give me 2 seconds. I think I know who I'm picking. I just want to like and Yeah, I'm gonna go with this person. Um, we did the casting process, right? And this person was near, if not at the top of the list. And since then, like for some reason, like this idea that like, oh, this person's not going to be that good has come up, and I'm like, no, I love this person, and I'm standing by it. Um, for me, in all honesty, I knew this person was going to drop rather low for Steven, which is part of the reason why he's here. Don't get me wrong, not at the top of my list either. But with all that being said, I'm going to go with Diego.
Okay.
Um, I
And
think Diego,
Diego, when he applied, was like one of my favorites, like to cast. So I definitely think I have not reconnected with that love for him yet. So we'll see. But yeah,
yeah, I think he's going to be very social. I think he's going to be very likable. Um, the only thing he is one of the people that I think probably has the least amount of experience coming into this. Um, so that is like the one worry I have for him. I could be misremembering. I don't believe I remember him saying like he's played games like this before. He found us on TikTok. If I remember correctly, I could be completely making this up. Um, but he's excited to play. I think he's extremely likable. I think he's extremely friendly. I'm excited to see what Diego does. Maybe it'll get him to win.
cool. So essentially, what we have right here right now is I'm gonna pick another person, and then I'm gonna leave you with two people to decide who you get and who I get.
Mhm.
So it's tricky. I mean, I know who I'm gonna pick. I think I'm gonna go with Dom. Dom, I think, is being currently underestimated right now. I think that I don't know enough about him at this moment to know if he's gonna do well or not. But we picked him to be on the cast for a reason. Like there were a lot of guys that applied, and we picked him for a reason. So I think that we're gonna see how it does. I mean, he's definitely like from just what I've seen of him, like he's definitely akin to people who have won before. So um, I could see him.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a good pick. Dom, especially like meeting him on the call, like only granted, like the casting process is a lot different this season, but like his video and his call, like in my opinion, like one of like the sweetest, nicest people ever. Something to mention that like I feel like is not being talked about enough. Dom should, in theory, if I'm correct, know Darby and Molly. I don't know to what extent, if they played nicely together, if they were on opposite sides, if they like each other, don't like each other, kept in touch, who knows? But I believe they were on the same season of BB Snap. So that's something. Um, yeah, I think for me, truly, just Dom is the biggest question mark, and that's why I haven't picked him. Where there are people weirdly this season, there wasn't anyone that I felt negatively about. So because I felt so like neutral to like slightly neutral positive on Dom, other people that I like confidently was like, yes, rose a bit higher. Um, but yeah, I think Dom is a great pick, and I'm excited to see what he does this season.
All right, last pick.
My pick. I am very happy to have this person. This is, I mean, like, I won't, based on, I feel like what we discussed and the fact that this is fans versus favorites. And in all honesty, I was expecting a lot of the favorites to go early. A lot of these people are who I was expecting to be down here. Um, I will very, very, very happily take Jada Jabami. Um, I think Jada is someone that's going to be very, very, very underestimated and has been very, very underestimated by us. Um, I don't know, just like everything that they've sent in preseason has been so quick. They've been very, very responsive. They've clearly been keeping up with season 12, whether that to be following Teddy and Osha, like great, whatever. Either way, you've seen past seasons of ours.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that Jade is coming in with Triss, I'd be very surprised if they like didn't know that they were both coming into this together. In all honesty, I know a couple of people have compared notes. I think it's going to be key. And I'm excited to see what Jada does. The only thing that I'm like a little wary of is I hope Jada isn't someone that like sees Triss and is like, yes, Triss, let's work with Triss, and then only work with Triss. Um, that is the only flaw. But again, I have nothing to base that on. That is just what I've decided arbitrarily in my brain. But anyway, I'm excited to see. I think Jada's fun. Glad Jada's on the team.
I think Jada is fun, and I think we're gonna see a lot from them, and we're gonna kind of oh, is that fun? Kind of see how they do this season. So we'll see. With that, I think that again, like we had a lot of strong people at the end of this draft. I think that this was one of the stronger pools of people. Um, and I think that being at the end does not mean anything. I don't think. I feel like everybody was strong in this pick, which I think speaks to how hopefully, knocking on wood here, how good this season will be. Because we have such a strong cast. Hopefully that I'm excited to see what Jada does. I'm also excited to take Farah Jean. I probably would have taken Farah Jean, to be honest. Um, the only thing I'm worried about with Farah Jean is the fact that I think she doesn't quite know what she's getting herself into, which scares me a little bit. Um, I think that some pros is that A, she's friends with Dalton. She was gonna be one of the catfish actually for Dalton was the original plan instead of Mira. Which is funny because Mira is like a staple right now of BBSS of I can't imagine Mira not being Mira. Um, so she knows Dalton. Hopefully Dalton will coach her a little bit if possible. She's been super responsive to everything we've given her. She's already had she have her video sent in? She might have her video sent in, but her photo she sent right away and she's like, oh, does this one work? I would rather use this one actually if we can use this one. And oh, let's do this, let's do that. So I'm glad that she's at least being responsible a little bit. Um, I really do have the four blonde women on my team. We were talking about this earlier that this would have gotten confusing if we cast some other people over some other people.
I just think it's so funny to me that like Jackie, Molly, and Farah are doing like the exact same pose.
um, I hope that I mean I could see her with the what arc am I thinking of? I don't even know. I could see her with like the what arc could she be?
See, so that's the only thing. And I agree with you in everything that you said. She is just the one person that I agree with you that has the least amount of experience and doesn't know what she's getting into. So for me, when I think of like her arcs, people like Ariel,
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking of someone in particular.
like maybe Sophia,
Yeah.
Sarah.
I think she'd
Um,
be more active than Ariel. Hopefully she gets pulled into something and like she gets moving
yeah,
around.
we'll see. I
Because
think the beginning
you
of the
never
game is
know.
going to be her biggest struggle because I'd say like everyone, with the exception of like her and like maybe Morgan and Diego, have played games
Yeah.
before and know you come in day one, you talk to people.
And I think one of the strongest parts it's going to be about this season, which I think is one of the things that made season seven so spectacular, is the fact that we're pairing people up right away. I
Yeah,
think
we're mixing up. There can't be.
I think that pair right away gives the people who don't have as much experience the opportunity to talk to one person, which will get them involved in other things as well. So I think that is really, really strong. I think that's why season seven was so great when you're put in a trio. Same thing, you're going to be in a duo this season. So I think that's great.
It just automatically gives something for people to talk about. That, in my opinion, is one of like we look back at our past seasons and why things worked and why things failed. I think one of the biggest issues with season 12, as amazing as the identity theft twist was, it's not something that I would change, but there wasn't anything for 14 out of those 16 people to talk about or
Yeah.
do immediately. It was just a game of Big Brother. They're going to have things to talk about based off of the structure of the game, the fact that there are new people versus vets. They have to intermingle. I'm excited by how this is going to go. and I pray that
Yeah,
it
well,
does
that's it.
better
I
than
need to go
the
to bed.
most
I
seasons.
I have to be up in 6 hours and I have to do laundry still. So let's get going here.
Yeah,
Great. I think successful drafts. I'm excited. This is making me really excited to start. Also, just create like not only can I not believe we're starting another season in 36 hours, I can't believe that we're starting another season with some of these people. Like I cannot believe Wick is about to play again. I cannot believe that Molly is about to play again. Like I can't just comprehend this. Alfred.
my
Like I
heart
can't,
is just so full with this cast in the season, and maybe that's what it is. Don't break my heart, the 18 of you.
seriously. Okay, that's it. I'm going to bed. Bye everyone. See you for our first
See you at
ranking
the first rankings in a couple of days. My
on
God.
Sunday. God, okay. All right, goodbye.